Check, check, 1, 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on the Red Line Network as we're doing a little pregame action. I am Assistant Sports Information Director here at LCU, Jared Glassford, coming at you as the Lady Trojans of Hannibal-LaGrange University take on the Lady Red Lions of Lincoln Christian University. We're going to have lots of exciting volleyball matchup coming at you in just a few moments, about 10 minutes away from opening ceremonies, as well as to honor the former player and now Lady Trojans coach, Maliga Feller-Blakemore. So don't want to miss that. Please tune in about 10 minutes here on the Red Line Network. Ladies and gentlemen, please pause. We're just a moments away from opening ceremonies here in the Laughlin Center. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Laughlin Center for tonight's volleyball matchup between the visiting Lady Trojans of Hannibal-LaGrange University and your Lincoln Christian University Red Lions. Before we begin, we would like to acknowledge the return of Hannibal-LaGrange coach Malia Feller-Blakemore and congratulate her on her appointment as interim head coach for HLGCU Trojans. A beloved 4-year setter for the Red Lions, Feller-Blakemore graduated as one of the most decorated setters in Red Lion history. It cemented her name along the long list of extremely talented LCU players. On behalf of the LCU Athletic Department and the volleyball program, Athletic Director Christian Lowry will present Malia with a gift from her Red Lion family. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for Malia Feller-Blakemore? And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats and please face the flag located on the eastern wall for the saying of prayer, followed by our national anthem. Please pray with me. Heavenly Father, we'd like to thank you for a beautiful day that you blessed us with on your earth. And God, thank you for allowing our friends from Hannibal-LaGrange to travel here safely. I pray that you can keep everyone safe through the duration of tonight's contest. And I pray that at the end of the night that you may be honored and be glorified by what takes place. We love you. We pray all these things in the holy and mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem, sang tonight by LCU volleyball player Franny Knoll.
So proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the balls bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. I went last.
Let's hear it for Franny Knoll. And now let's meet the starting lineups first for the visiting Hannibal-LaGrange University Lady Trojans. A freshman from El Paso, Texas, number 1, Ariana Hutron. A senior from Aguas Buenas, Puerto Rico, number 9, Miralise Perez Rosa. A freshman from Quincy, Illinois, number 12, Chloe Moore. A sophomore from Fulton, Missouri, number 13, Allison Murphy. A freshman from St. Louis, Missouri, number 14, Allison Bolenbacher. A senior from Quincy, Illinois, number 19, Sierra Erke. In LeBaron tonight for the Lady Trojans, a junior from Hillsboro, Missouri, number 6, Katie Husky. Hannibal-LaGrange is coached by Malia Feller-Blakemore. And now, the starting lineup for your LCU Red Lions. A 5'9" sophomore from Van, Illinois, number 1, Tracy Bologna. A 5'10" sophomore from Groveland, Illinois, number 6, Phoebe Olden. A 5'9" sophomore from Kankakee, Illinois, number 10, Lee Cleggett. A 5'9" senior from Fulton, Illinois, number 15, Jordan Price. A 5'2" sophomore from Hebron, Indiana, number 17, Franny Knoll. A 6'1" freshman from Sisseton, Illinois, number 18, Jocelyn Hall. In LeBaron tonight for the Lady Red Lions, a 5'1" senior from Albion, Illinois, number 3, Karis Horton. The Red Lions are coached by Joey McCauley. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here on the Red Line Network for tonight's volleyball matchup live at the Laughlin Center between the Hannibal-LaGrange University Lady Trojans and, of course, your LCU Lady Red Lions. Glad you guys could join us here on the Red Line Network. I'm Assistant Sports Information Director Jared Glassford. We got an exciting matchup coming at you tonight. LCU hot off of 5-set victory Tuesday night to Blackburn College. Lady Beavers dropping the first two and winning the next three to take their first win of the season. And coming in, Hannibal-LaGrange 2-6, a little more success, fresh off of a sweep off of Iowa Wesleyan. That took place on September 9th. So, couple teams with duking it out tonight. We also got a homecoming, a special game tonight for Hannibal-LaGrange coach Malia Feller-Blakemore. So glad that she could be joining us tonight as head coach of the Lady Trojans as we're underway. LCU with the opening serve, and here we go. LCU now with the ball. Cleggett goes in the middle right over to Price. Price tries to hit it just over the top of the defense. Once again goes up. The setter goes underneath. That's Bullenbacher. A swing attempt going to be dug up and returned by the Red Lions. Left side right there, Bologna. Horton puts it up to Price. Price slams it down, and that's just out of the reach. That time of Katie Husky. So that goes out of bounds, and LCU will strike first here in tonight's match. So Knoll set to serve, one of the better servicemen in all of NAI volleyball. Ballenbacher tries to lob it up that time to Murphy, but they're going to say she was over the net, so the point goes to LCU. Like to thank tonight line judges. We got a couple of LCU students on the LCU side of things, Jace Loebner and Henry Strupp on the Hannibal-LaGrange, as well as ball chasers tonight, Jansen Floto and Evan Noggle. Thank you guys for being a part of LCU event staff for the night. As that goes out of bounds, and LCU off to a 3-0 run to begin things here tonight. And a beautiful Thursday night here in Lincoln, Illinois. Hannibal-LaGrange, a wild drive just outside of Quincy, Illinois, across the river into Missouri. So glad that they could join us tonight. As that goes out of bounds, says line judge Jace Loebner. And LCU begins on a 4-0 run. And they're firing all centers right where they left off. A Tuesday night's match mentioned a 5-game set victory. Is that too much to handle for Myrna Elise Perez? Hope Rosa Knoll awarded with the ace. And LCU on top 5-0 now. Knoll on the serve. Direct line serve, gets it up there to Bullenbacher. Bullenbacher goes cross court that time, but that's going to be able to dug up, and Melania throws it over. Bullenbacher goes back row to Husky. Husky over to Hootron. Hootron going to get it up there and does, as Cleggett finds pay dirt for LCU. So the setter awarded with the kill, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Blakemore. Early in this one, LCU finds themselves up 6-0. We'll be back here in just a moment with more LCU volleyball on the Red Line Network. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After the first timeout is LCU with a commanding 6-0 lead early here in set number 1. Coach Blakemore going to call a timeout to discuss things with her team. By the way, LCU rocking the home red uniforms and minus libero Karis Horton wearing the alternate gray. Hannibal-LaGrange wearing the white uniforms with red lettering, blue trim, minus the libero. Katie Husky wearing the away red jersey. So, as Hannibal-LaGrange gets on the board first, they'll bring up Ariana Hutron, the freshman from El Paso, Texas, set to serve. Her serve going to be returned. Cleggett goes right into the right side to Melania, and that's going to be 4 hits. Melania couldn't quite hold of that one. So it's now 6-2 in favor of your Lady Red Lions. And Hutron, Mac to serve. Serve up, a direct line serve dug up beautifully by Cleggett. Free ball at the net and goes in favor of LCU. So great heads up play that time by Lee Cleggett and better dig up by Franny Knoll. And that'll bring up the sophomore from Havana, Illinois, by way of Havana High School, Tracy Bologna, set to serve now. Bologna serve way back in the left row, blown up by Bolenbacher. Bolenbacher finds Murphy, and Murphy too much to handle that time for a pair of LCU defenders, and they go on to score. As Bologna will check out, coming into the game now is Michaela Fultz. Michaela Fultz, the senior from Mattoon, Illinois, by way of Lakeland College, set to serve now is Ryan Blankenship from Colorado Springs for Lady Trojans. Lob up that time. Cleggett goes left side that time to Olden. Olden bounces off the net into Hannibal-LaGrange territory. It's good to dig up that time by Karis Horton. Olden goes back row and scores for LCU. Coming back into the game is Allison Murphy. And for LCU off the libero swap is Jocelyn Hall, number 18. So the senior from Fulton, Illinois, by way of Webster University, Jordan Price, to serve, and that serve not going to be able to clear the net. So Hannibal-LaGrange scores, make it 8-4. Got a couple steps coming in. Number 7 is Layla Horn, as well as number 15 go back to serve, and that is Caitlyn Holmgren. And as well as, Karis Horton for LCU, the libero. Here we go now. Holmgren, her serve gives up. Cleggett, left side to Olden. Olden swings. Dunk up that time by Husky. Husky finds over there Holmgren. Good stuff going on right now early in this one. As Hall, too much to handle with that one, goes out of bounds. Make it 8-5 now in favor of your Lady Red Lions. Night's Jacka Slap player of the game, recording over 10 kills in that one, as well as the hometown girl Carissa Bowman by way of Lincoln Community High School, back to serve for the Red Lions. So the former rail splitter, now Red Lion, gets it up and over. The serve up, way too much sauce on that one. So LCU awarded the point. Bowman will get another chance to serve. Here we go now. 10 serving 5. Bowman on the serve. Dug up by Husky. Husky goes to Holmgren. Holmgren blocked that time, but it goes out of bounds. And Hannibal-LaGrange gets the point, making now 10-6. So here we go now on the serve. It is Marilyn Perez Rosa from Aguas Buenas, Puerto Rico. Coming out of Fayetteville Community College. The serve up, direct line serve. Olden has it. Gives it to Bowman. Bowman left side to Kuhn. Kuhn swings. Gonna be returned. Holmgren goes in the middle that time to Moore. Lobbed up now. Kuhn takes another swing. Out of bounds, says line judge Henry Strupp. So possession stays with the Trojans. It'll be 7 serving 10. So here we go now. Perez Rosa on the serve. Direct line serve. Dug up by Price. Into Bowman. Bowman gives it a haul. Hop pushes it back row that time. Holmgren had to go back to get that one, and Husky lobs it up. Bowman. Price. Left side to Olden. Olden swings, but can't clear the top of the net there. And so it hits dirt on LCU territory and make it now 8-10 in favor of your Lady Red Lions. So Perez Rosa set to serve. Here we go now. Horton, excellent dig up there. Right side to Olden. Olden swings way out of bounds. Make it now 10-9. And Hannibal-LaGrange now with a little momentum. They're on a 3-0 run. And they only trail by 1 here. Perez Rosa. Direct line, Horton gets it up. Bowman, left side to Kuhn. Kuhn swings and scores for LCU. So Emily Kuhn right where she left off on Tuesday with her first kill of the night's contest. That'll bring up Phoebe Olden, the sophomore from Groveland, Illinois, to set to serve. Perez Rosa, left side that time to Hutron. And Hutron made by the block party by LCU. And the Red Lions now up by 4, make it 13-9. Olden, Lopty serve. Pushes it in, Bowman, up to Price. Price goes over, and they're going to say she hit, got the double hit there. So make it 13-10 in favor of the Red Lions. And now serving the 5'7" junior from Hillsborough, Missouri, number 6, Katie Husky, the libero. Her serve, direct line serve into Price. Bowman in the middle, back over to Kuhn, and Kuhn scores for the Red Lions to make it now 14-10. Lead goes back up by 4. And set to serve now is Karis Horton, the senior from Albion, Illinois, by way of Brescia University. Here we go now. Horton set to serve. Great serve that time. Gonna be returned. Here we go now. Bowman, Price, the double set over to Bologna. Bologna gets it over. Here we go. Husky, holding to Holmgren. Holmgren goes left side. The hit attempt right there by Horn is returned by LCU. Kuhn will take a swing way out of bounds. And give the point to the Lady Trojans. It's coming in now. Sierra Erke, number 19, as well as Allison Bollenbacher. And Bollenbacher will go to serve the freshman from St. Louis, Missouri. So the gateway to the West native set to serve. Be 11 serving 13. Bologna just off her fingertips into Olden. Olden gets it to Kuhn and she fires. And what they're going to say? The point going to go to Hannibal-LaGrange. Here we go now. 12 serving 13. Bologna once again off the fingertips. Price hits it over. And too much to handle there as Jordan Price able to strike Pater and scores. So we got a couple subs coming in for Annie Null as well as Lee Collegiate for the Red Lions. And the former Red Devil, now Red Lion, set to serve for Annie Null. Her serve, bullet straight into the back row. Gets it over to Bollenbacher. Bollenbacher finds the driver right there. And excellent hit there by Price, and that goes out of bounds, and LCU scores. So it's 15-12 now here in set number 1. Mind the first one to 25. We'll take the victory. Bollenbacher, miscommunication. Nobody was going after that. Bollenbacher heaves at the last moment, but not enough to get a hold of that one. Make it 16-12 now. Null on the serve. Clips the net, but does the job and gets over. Hutron's kill. Goes up. Bologna. And that time, Allison Murphy hits it up as Coach Feller Blakemore wants a timeout for Hannibal-LaGrange. So timeout going to be taken. It is a 17-12 lead in favor of LCU. And we'll be back here in a moment. You're watching LCU Volleyball on the Red Line Network. coming out of the timeout in a slightly back and forth affair, but it seems like whenever Hannibal-LaGrange could pull within 2 or 3, LCU slams the door, and off a 3-0 run now, they find themselves up 17-12. So a 5-point advantage now for the Red Lions off the Hannibal-LaGrange timeout. Their second timeouts, they got no more for the set. So here we go now. Franny Nall set to serve. Her serve goes right to left with that one as Bollenbacher gets it in, and that time to Hutron. Ball up in the air. Olden goes left side of Bologna. Bologna goes cross court with that hit. Here we go now. Hutron again goes into the net. And since this is not the sport of soccer, you can't go into the net. Got to go over. LCU awarded the point. Make it 18-12. Lofty serve goes back row. Bollenbacher kicks it in. Bad boy block party from LCU. And they score again. So it looks like almost 3 blockers there for the Red Lions. Does the trick as that goes out of bounds. Good heads-up play that time by the libero Husky to halt LCU's run for a moment. It'll be 13 serving 19. Zrauniana Hutron up to serve. Olden digs it up. Claggett gets it right back, and it goes right into the announcer's booth. Oh, man, this game just got 3D as that one went straight up to the camera. Oh, man, I don't get paid to play. I just get paid to talk about it. Claggett goes up. And that's it. Goes into the net. The point going to go to Hannibal-LaGrange. So here we go now. Hutron on the serve. Dug up by Olden. Over to Price. Price, and just didn't get a hold of that one. And the point goes in favor of Hannibal-LaGrange. And they have themselves a nice little 3-0 run, make it 19-16. Olden, Claggett, over to Price. Price swings off the hands of Husky, goes in the air. Bollenbacher over the left side finds Perez, and that lands within LCU territory. So a timeout going to be called by Coach McCauley as Hannibal-LaGrange has cut this down to just 2, make it 19-17. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Red Line Network. Welcome back after the timeout. It's Hannibal-LaGrange with a 4-0 run. Only find themselves trailing by 2 now. Make it 17 serving 19. Claggett in the middle to Price. Price lofts it up out of the reach of everybody wearing the white uniform. And LCU now just 5 points away from taking set number 1. Here we go now. Bologna. Direct line serve, can't clear the net. Make it now 20-18. As here we go now, Michaela Fultz checks in, as well as Ryan Blankenship for the Lady Trojans. And Blankenship goes right back to freshman from Colorado Springs, Colorado. So here we go now, the serve up. Claggett up over to Olden. Olden swings. Hit right up in the air off the rafters. It's still going to be played. Claggett in the middle of Price. Price throws it down. It scores for LCU. So here we go. Got a sub coming in. Jocelyn Hall for LCU, and libero spot brings Husky in for Hannibal-LaGrange. So good minutes played by Karis Horton as she'll go for in the rotation. And nobody going after that one. Make it 22-18 in favor of the Red Lions. Here we go now. Price takes a swing. Claggett in the middle that time to Hall. Hall nearly out of reach, and excellent spot in that time by the freshman from Sisseton, Illinois, Jocelyn Hall. And make it 23-18 now in favor of LCU. So substitution coming in, that'll be Micah Carlock. For Hannibal-LaGrange, the sophomore from Chandlerville, Illinois. Price on the serve. Bolenbacher over to Perez. Perez swings, and that lands in bounds, says line judge Jace Loebner. And ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a 23-19 score. 23-19. And if you grew up on Monsters, Inc., you fully understand the reference. If not, well, I tried. Here we go. We'll be 19 serving 23. Holmgren into serve. Or Holmgren, excuse me. Here we go. Olden, they're going to call Claggett on the double hit. Make it 23-20 now. LCU just 2 points away from taking this one. Hannibal-LaGrange creating a little drama late in the match, or late in the set. Here we go, Claggett, left side to Olden. Olden swings. They're going to say it was out of bounds in favor of Hannibal-LaGrange to cut the lead down to 2 and make it 23-21. Coach McCauley calls time. So we'll be back here after a break. You're watching LCU Volleyball on the Red Line Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As Hannibal-LaGrange has cut the lead down to 2. It is 21-23 in favor of your Red Lions, with a close one here in the latter stages of set 1. Here we go now. Claggett, left side to Olden. Olden slams it down. Hit high up in the air, almost to the rafters once again. As Holmgren gives it to Perez. Good hit by Null. Horton back up in the air. Into Olden. Good scrappy play right now by the Red Lions. It's good diving effort that time by Franny Null, but just out of the reach of number 17, and it is now just a 1-point advantage for LCU. So 22 serving 23. Horton goes up to Claggett. Claggett up to Hall. Hall nearly overjumped that one, but still able to hit. Blocked that time by the Red Lions. Here we go. Blocked once again. Access denied on the left side of the floor right now. Null goes into Hall. Hall lobs it over. Husky finds Holmgren. Holmgren goes over to Perez. Perez just lobs it up. Excellent scrappy play by LCU. Here we go. Holmgren kicks it in, but Null goes out of bounds. And Hannibal-LaGrange gets the point to tie the game up at 23 apiece. Franny Null appears to be shaken up a little bit after that one, but she shakes it off and will continue playing. Tough play that time by number 17. It's checking in for the first time tonight by way of the head injury is Alexis Brown, the 5'10 freshman from Springfield, Illinois, by way of Calvary Christian Academy. She gets her first action in the home season so far, 23-23. Olden into Claggett. Claggett goes over to Olden. Once again, the little give-and-go action. Hannibal-LaGrange now in the ball. Perez takes a swing. That goes out of bounds. And LCU gets the point. Set point. And here we go now. LCU just 1 point away from taking set number 1. Here we go, 24 serving 23. Chris Bowman set to serve. Her serve direct line hit. Holmgren goes up in the net. Good swing that time, an excellent spot there by number 15, by Allison Murphy. That was Chloe Moore. I'm all over the place. But it is tied at 24 apiece. So first one at 25, but there's a catch. You got to win by 2. So we're going in extras now. Here we go. As that one cleared over the net, nobody in a red jersey going after that one. It is now set point for the Lady Trojans as they go up 25-24. So Miranelise Perez-Rosa on the serve. Here we go, Olden up in the air. Bowman kicks it back to Kuhn. Kuhn met by a block that time of the Trojans. Once again goes back to Kuhn. And now we have ourselves a tie game once again at 25 apiece. So Phoebe Olden now on the serve, 25-25. Good set number 1 here by both teams. Access denied, scores for LCU. Set point. Once again, it is set point 26, serving 25. LCU scores right here. The set's over. Hannibal-LaGrange gets it. We go in extras once again. Good spot, and LCU takes set number 1. They win by a score of 27-25. So an extra as the Red Lions get it done. And we'll take a quick break in between sets. First, we'll be back here for set number 2 in just a moment. You're watching LCU Volleyball on the Red Line Network. Welcome back after the first set. If you're just tuning in, Hannibal-LaGrange with a valiant effort come back at the end. But LCU overcomes in extras as they win 27-25 to take set number 1. Reminder, first 1 to 25, got to win by 2, wins the set. Got to win 3 sets out of 5 in order to win the match. It goes to the 5th set as LCU goes on the scoreboard first here in set number 2. If it does go to set 5, first 1 to 15 will be the score. So here we go now. 1-0 in favor of your Red Lions. Tracy Melania, number 1, back to serve. The sophomore from Manila, Illinois, goes out of bounds to tie the game up at 1 apiece. So sub coming in is Michaela Fultz, senior from Mattoon, Illinois. Checks in, and here we go now. Hutron goes up, Cleggett. Good misdirection that time, but not fooled. His Hannibal-LaGrange. Null into Cleggett, in the middle of Price. Price lofts it up. Free ball at the net. is won by LCU. As the Lady Trojans unable to get a hold of that one. And sub coming in, number 11, Micah Carlock, sophomore from Chandlerville, Illinois. As well as Jocelyn Hall on the libero swap, bringing in Jordan Price, senior from Fulton, Illinois. Set to serve. Price goes up, and too much to handle that time by Katie Husky, so Jordan Price awarded the ace. Make it 3-1 now in favor of the Red Lions. Price once again up to Husky. Husky, 2 misplays right in a row. And LCU up 4-1. Price once again going right at Husky now. Perez goes up. And just out of the reach of the server, Jordan Price, and Hannibal-LaGrange will score. Checking in on the right side of the screen, Ryan Blankenship from Colorado Springs, and Karis Horton comes back in for LCU by way of the libero swap. So set to serve now is Blankenship. Her serve goes up and over. Up to Price. Price to Cleggett. Cleggett over to Olden. Olden just off the reach that time of Micah Carlock. And LCU gets the point. So here we go now. It's Emily Kuhn and Carissa Bowman. Check in. Bowman on the serve. 5 serving 2. Bowman goes up and over, and that goes right behind her. And she went the wrong way with that one. Gotta go forward. Man, I can't talk. Here we go now. 6-2 now in favor of the Red Lions. Carissa Bowman set to serve. Her serve, a direct line serve, goes up. Left side to Perez, and Perez off the block from LCU. Last touched by the Red Lions. And goes out of bounds, so they will get the points. As Caitlyn Holmgren gets in. And she'll go back to serve the freshman from Hammond, Wisconsin. Price up in the air. Into Bowman. Bowman finds Olden. Olden pushes a back row of the Trojan offense. Here we go now. Horn takes a swing. Bowman into Price. Price goes back to Olden. Olden pushes it home. Holmgren gets it up into Husky. Over to Maurice Perez, and Mirnalise Perez Rosa awarded the kill. And it's now 6-4 in favor of LCU. So Hannibal-LaGrange has yet to lead tonight, but has come close as they push it back to a 2-point game early in set number 2 as Olden goes out of bounds. It's now 6-5, just a 1-point advantage for for LCU. As Holmgren goes up into Bowman. Bowman lines it up to Hall, and Jocelyn Hall scores, where the Red Lions pushes the lead back up to 2. And that'll bring in Phoebe Olden to serve, the sophomore from Groveland, Illinois, by way of Morton High School. Jocelyn Hall, little freshman confusion there. She stays in on the libero swap. As they get some sweat off of the Hannibal-LaGrange side, and here we go now. Phoebe Olden set to serve. Lofty serve right there, goes up. Here we go. Price into Bowman. Bowman goes up that time to Kuhn, and Kuhn pushes out of the reach of Caitlyn Holmgren around that time and scores for LCU. There we go now. Phoebe Olden. Short serve there. Goes up on the block party, and Red Lions score there. Off the forehead, here we go. Be 9 serving 5. Olden on the serve. Lops it up. Holmgren gets a hold of it. Pushes it over that time to Horn. And Horn finds pay dirt in LCU territory, and the Trojans score. And that'll bring up Ariana Hutron back into the game. Set back to serve the senior from Aguas Buenas, Puerto Rico. Number 9, Mirna Perez Rosa. For Hannibal-LaGrange. And off almost the face of Bologna. It gets over. Free ball at the net. Bowman, Olden, and Hall, the order for LCU. And they're going to call over the double hit there. And it's now 9-7 in favor of your Red Lions. So Perez Rosa set to serve. Bowman in the middle to Kuhn. Kuhn slams it down and scores for LCU. Emily Kuhn a favorite here as the number 7 chance go up. Set to serve now, Karis Horton. Horton, great serve right there, goes to the back row of Hannibal-LaGrange, and on the double hit, LCU scores. The lead goes up 11-7 now. Here we go now. Horton set to serve. Here we go. The push up that time by Horn. Bowman goes over to Kuhn. Kuhn puts it on the air. High lofty hit right there. Holmgren tries to throw it down. And a near fire right there by Murphy, but can't get a hold of that one as that time Bologna will score for LCU. Lead goes back to 5 for the Red Lions. They lead 12-7. Here we go now. It'll be 12 serving 7. Serve took up by Husky. Husky, oh, and as a contrary to popular belief, can't go through the net. So LCU now finds themselves with a 6-point advantage. It'll be 13 serving 7. Karis Horton in the service. Horton serve. A great serve at that one. Here we go. Holmgren back over. Good block that time by LCU. And the Red Lions double the score as they go up 14-7. Timeout taken by Hannibal-LaGrange, which means we're going to take a timeout ourselves, and we'll be back here in just a moment. Welcome back after the timeout as LCU leads 14-7 after a good 5-0 run. And here we go now. Hannibal-LaGrange see if they can put things together after the timeout, or it'll be more of the same for the Red Lions. As Holmgren gets it over that time to Hutran. Hutran goes off the block by LCU, and Hannibal-LaGrange can't recover. And they go up now 15-7. The Red Lions now just 10 points away from taking set number 2. Horton on the serve. Holmgren goes over that time to Hutran. And Hutran, they're going to say into the net was LCU, so the point awarded to Hannibal-LaGrange. And that halts the runs momentarily, for the Red Lions. It'll be 8 serving 15 now. As they're checking on Karis Horton real quick. As they're going to get her off of the courts. So injury, might have rolled an ankle, didn't really see right there. So Horton takes a seat. Athletic trainer Mr. Kurt coming after, going to tend to her. And off the rotation, they're going to put Jocelyn Hall in. I believe they got a sub in. It's coming in. There will be Alexis Brown, the 5'10 freshman from Springfield, Illinois, by way of Calvary Christian Academy. So she's getting a lot of minutes tonight off a couple injuries. See if she fares here, as it'll be 8 serving 15. Is Katie Husky set to serve the libero for the Trojans. Hit up Bowman, and Bowman with the double hit. Is the point going to go in favor of the Trojans to cut the lead down to 6? It's going to be 9 serving 15. Husky goes up to Olden. Olden over to Bowman. Bowman finds Price. And good scramble play right there by the Trojans. Bowman in the air. Price slams it down and scores for the Red Lions. So here we go now. Checking in Franny Knoll, number 17, and Lee Cleggett, number 10, for the Red Lions. It'll be 16, serving 9. And the sophomore from Hebron, Indiana, by way of Lowell High School, set to serve. As that serve goes out of bounds. And LCU now goes up 17-9. Is the point going to go off the underhand hit there by LCU? So Hannibal-LaGrange gets a point. That'll bring up Sierra Urke, number 19, as well as Allison Bullenbacher for Hannibal-LaGrange. So Allison Bullenbacher goes to serve, number 14 from St. Louis, Missouri. Here's where we go now as Brown goes out of bounds, and LCU now leads 17-11 off of the Hannibal-LaGrange score. Bullenbacher serve. Goes up to Knoll. Knoll finds Cleggett. Over to Bologna. Bologna pushes over. Bullenbacher. Go to Urke. Urke, too much to handle right there. And the lead cut down to 5 now, 17-12. Here we go now. Allison Bullenbacher serve. Brown hits it up to Olden. Olden goes over to Cleggett. Cleggett throws it behind her head, but it goes out of bounds. And now the lead down to 4. Be 13, serving 17. Same story as first set. LCU go up to a big lead as that serve goes way out of bounds. Too much mustard on that one. And the lead back up to 5. Hannibal-LaGrange on a little run. LCU halts it momentarily. See if they can finish it off on just 7 points away from taking set number 2. Good hit right that time by Urke, and that goes out of bounds, and Hannibal-LaGrange scores. Make it now 18-14. As Bologna goes out and Fultz goes in. So set to serve now is Ariana Huthron from El Paso, Texas. Olden into Cleggett. Goes to the middle, that time to Price, and Price finds pay dirt for LCU. So coming in now. now, Jocelyn Hall for the Lady Red Lions. That'll bring in Jordan Price set to serve. Price, the flat-footed serve, does the trick. Urke takes a swing, and nobody there for LCU. Excellent kill that time by Sierra Urke. It's 19-15. Here we go now. Ryan Blankenship set to serve. Fultz takes it. Cleggett sets it. And Olden, that goes out off the hands of Franny Knoll. And the lead now to just 3, make it 19-16 in favor of the Red Lions. So Ryan Blankenship back to serve now. That serve, a bullet just grazes the net. And to Hall. Hall pushes the way back in the corner. Bullenbacher lobs it over. Here we go now. Cleggett over to Olden. Olden swings, and off of that time Micah Carlock. That goes out of bounds, and LCU just 5 points away from taking set number 2. as Kuhn and Bowman check in. It'll be 20 serving 16 as Carissa Bowman set to serve. Here we go now. The serve up and over. Urke takes a swing, blocked up in the air, but it goes out of bounds, and Hannibal-LaGrange awarded the point to make it 20-17. A couple substitutions coming in is Layla Horn from Columbia, Missouri, as well as Caitlyn Holmgren jumps in from Hammond, Wisconsin. Holmgren serve, gonna be returned. Kuhn takes a swing. It goes way out of bounds. Too much weight room there. It's now 20-18. So Holmgren. Bowman into Hall. Hall throws it down to make it 21-18. So Tracy Bologna will check in for LCU, and Phoebe Olden now set to serve. Ball up by Olden. This Horn finds its way to Mirnalise Perez, and Perez can't get a good swing there. It's now 22-18. So here we go now. Olden set to serve. As Perez takes a swing, but off the tip of LCU, goes out of bounds. And it's now 22-19. That'll bring in Mirnalise Perez Rosa to serve at 19, serving 22. Served by Rosa. Will be returned. Bowman up in the air to Bologna. Bologna is blocked right now in a little access denied action played by Hannibal-LaGrange. The lead now just to 22-20. So here we go now. Mirnalise Perez Rosa set to serve. But that, too much sauce there. It's 23-20. So Jocelyn Hall checks out, and Alexis Brown checks in. And that'll bring her in to serve, the 5'10 freshman from Calvary Christian Academy in Springfield, Illinois. A good serve there. Husky goes into Holmgren. Holmgren gets it in. Dug up that time by Brown, and nobody there for LCU, as they had parted the Red Sea there. Nobody goes after that, and it'll be 21 serving 23 now. So another close one late in the stages. Here it's set number 2. Olden goes in the air to Bowman. Bowman finds Kuhn. Kuhn takes a swing, but that is in the stands, out of bounds. Set points. So here we go now. Set point for LCU, 24-21. Null on the serve, and that does not clear the net. Goes on LCU territory to make it 24-22. Sierra Urke checks in, as well as Allison Bullenbacher for Hannibal-LaGrange. So 22 serving 24. Null hits up to Cleggett. Cleggett goes to Price. Hit up in the air. Good hustle play that time by Bullenbacher. And right now, it is 23-24 in favor of LCU as Coach McCauley calls timeout for LCU. We'll take a break here. We'll be back here in a moment on the Red Line Network. Welcome back to the show as Hannibal-LaGrange making things interesting late here in the set. As they trail by 1 now, it is 24-23. If LCU able to score right here, the set's over. If Hannibal-LaGrange scores, we have to go into extra points. Here we go now. Price slams. Hit up, and nobody's going after that for LCU, so it is tied at 24. So once again, we go to extra points here. So the winning score got to be north of 25. As Bollenbacher goes up. Null, Cleggett, goes back to Bologna. Bologna throws it up as Husky finds her Urke on the left side. Here we go now. Bologna once again pushes home. Little give and go back to Hertron. As that goes out of bounds, it's now set point for the Trojans. As Coach McCauley once again calls time. Make it 25-24, and we'll be back in a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we go into extras here, Hannibal-LaGrange with their first lead of the set make it 25-24. And they're going to say that was over the line, says line judge Henry Strupp. So make it 25 all. As Tracy Bologna from Vanna, Illinois, set to serve. Bollenbacher goes over to Urke, and Urke with a pair of timely kills here for the Trojans. And it goes back to set point in favor of Hannibal-LaGrange, make it 26-25. Here we go now. Cleggett back to Price. Good hustle play that time by Franny Null to keep the set alive. Urke takes a swing. Null puts it in the air. Cleggett to Olden. Olden throws it out of reach, and we are tied at 26. Micah Carlock comes in, as well as Jocelyn Hall for LCU, and neither team relenting here. In set number 2, Jordan Price set to serve. Dug up. Bollenbacher at the net. Gives it to Urke. Blocked that time by Olden. Here we go. Perez takes a swing, but it goes off of the hands of Franny Null. And it's now set point for the Trojans, making 27-26. So Ryan Blankenship now, freshman from Colorado Springs, Colorado, with the set point serve. Fultz, free ball at the nets. And that set goes to Hannibal-LaGrange by way of a score of 28-26. So we're going to take a break. We are tied at 1 set apiece. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Red Line Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to set number 3. As we come down, a late rally effort as Hannibal-LaGrange takes the first point here. A late effort rally by the Trojans to win set number 2. LCU took an extra 27-25. And Hannibal-LaGrange ties it up with a 28-26 victory in set number 2 to tie it up some 1 set apiece. Got to win 3 out of 5 in order to take the match. So we move on here. Here we go now. Claggett over that time to Bologna, and Bologna just out of the reach of Katie Husky and scores for the Red Lions. Here we have a injured player on the Hannibal-LaGrange side of things. Let's take a pause to make sure she's okay. It is the 19 of Sierra Urke, so we'll take a little break. Let the athletics trainer do his job, and we'll be back here in just a moment. The Red Line Network. It looks like she's up. She's getting a nice round of applause from all in attendance here in the Laughlin Center. And that is a tough break for Hannibal-LaGrange, as their leader in kills tonight just went down with an ankle injury. So we got Sierra Urke on Hannibal-LaGrange side of things and Karis Horton for LCU. So a pair of athletes coming down with some ankle injuries. So hopefully they can bounce back, maybe see them later tonight. You believe they're going to replay. Is 1-0 in favor of Hannibal-LaGrange. As Knoll, a good last effort, goes out of bounds. Caught by the coach, Malia Feller-Blakemore. Make it now 2-0 in favor of the Trojans. Here we go now. Claggett puts it in the air. Price takes a swing, tries to get over the top of the defense, and does. As Perez, good hit that time by Miralise Perez-Rosa. As that ball not going to be able to be returned. So LCU strikes for their first time here in this one. As we got a libero change, Michaela Fultz puts on the libero jersey number 5 for LCU. So rotation change for the Red Lions as that goes out of bounds on the block. Hannibal-LaGrange takes a point. They go up 3-1. So we go now set to serve now as Allison Murphy, the 5'10" sophomore from Fulton, Missouri. So we got a Fulton, Illinois, and Missouri represented here tonight. As here we go now, and miscommunication there by the Red Lions. And Hannibal-LaGrange off to a great start here in set number 3 as they go up 4-1. So here we go now. Fultz, left side that time to Olden. Olden goes cross court with a hit. Hit back up in the air. It's swinging up and it at the net, but it goes out of bounds, and the Trojans go up 5-1. In timeout taken by Coach McCauley of LCU. So we're going to take a break, and we will be back here in a moment here on the Red Line Network. coming after the LCU timeout. Coming after the LCU timeout as they are trailing 5-1 in here. Hannibal-LaGrange firing at all cylinders at this point, but Olden throws it down and scores for the Red Lions. And that might be the spark that they need, as after the libero swap, Fultz comes out, Jocelyn Hall comes in, and Jordan Price on the serve. As I was saying, now the Trojans look really impressive as the serve goes up right there so far. See if they can continue as they go up 6-2. So Bologna out, Fultz back in, as well as Caitlyn Holmgren and Layla Horn for Hannibal-LaGrange. So Holmgren on the serve, hit up by Clegget. Clegget goes into Olden. Olden swings. That ball just out of the reach on a diving effort that time by Micah Carlock. And LCU gets the point as Emily Kuhn, the freshman from Mattoon, Illinois, as well as Carissa Bowman from Lincoln. Right now, the hometown girl going up to serve, 3-6. Holmgren gets it over that time. Price, left side to Olden. Olden swings, and that off the arms of Micah Carlock hits the deck. And LCU now starting to get a little momentum, starting to get back in this. It'll be 4-6 now. Bowman goes up. Holmgren, that time finds Horn. Horn gets it back to LCU. Kuhn takes a swing, but it goes right into the net. And after a very impressive Tuesday outing, Emily Kuhn struggling a little bit here to find her spot. You got to imagine that she will do that at some point during tonight's contest. So here we go now. Bowman into Olden. Olden scores for LCU. As LCU, as Michaela Fultz checks out, still trying to learn this new rotation. Is Phoebe Olden now set to serve. Olden's serve going to be returned. Holmgren goes up. A good slam attempt that time by Holmgren, but we're going back over. And that is just out of the reach of Katie Husky. And LCU pulls to within one. Here we go now. Holmgren goes over that time to Caitlyn Horn, or Layla Horn. Bologna swings, but a little less power there, and it goes right into the net. So the Hannibal-LaGrange lead goes to deuce, goes up to 2. Here we go now, Katie Husky. Into Kuhn, and Kuhn can't get a hold of that one either. And Hannibal-LaGrange now, lead goes up to 3, make it 9-6. Is the junior from Hillsboro, Missouri, set to serve. Here we go now. Olden has to go back for that one. Gets it into Jordan Price. And Price puts it right on the line, says line judge Jace Lobner. So LCU gets the point to halt the Trojan run momentarily. And that'll bring up Michaela Fultz to serve, the senior from Mattoon, Illinois. Good serve there, going to be returned. Perez Rosa into Olden. Olden goes back up. And miscommunication there as a couple of LCU players run into each other and can't return the ball. So it is now 10-7. So Allison Ballenbacher, as we're making sure we got the clock and the scoreboard set. All right, we play on. 10-7. Olden into Bowman. Bowman gives it to Price. Price, good ball. We got a free ball at the net. Bologna can't quite clear the net there either. It's now 11-7. in favor of Hannibal-LaGrange. Bowman into Kuhn. Kuhn pushes it over. Black chip and just out of the reach of Emily Kuhn. And now Hannibal-LaGrange goes up by 5. Make it 12-7. And the Trojans looking very impressive here in set number 3. Right on cue, though, the little announcer's jinx. As that goes out of bounds. And we got a pair of subs coming in for the Red Lions. We got Franny Null, number 17, and Lee Cleggett, number 10. So here we go now. Null. Good serve there. Cleggett up in the air. Goes to Price. And good little bounce pass there to Lee Cleggett. And she gets it over. But Ariana Hutron with an excellent spot there. Scores for Hannibal-LaGrange. They lead now 13-8. And here we go now. Cleggett goes over to Price, and Price scores for LCU. So now 13-9. Is LCU trying to mount a comeback here? Tracy Bologna set to serve. 9 serving 13. Bologna serve. Hit up by Husky. Husky, good block that time by Price. And access denied, leads to a point for the ladies in red. And here we go now. 10 serving 13. A bullet serve there. And Layla Horn can't get the job done and return the serve. So LCU pulls to within 2. Here we go, served up by Bologna. Hit up in the air. Perez gets to go get to that, gets it to Horn. Cleggett, left side that time by Olden. Dug up by Husky. Hit back into the hands of Horn. Horn gets it over for Hannibal-LaGrange. Cleggett over to Price. Access denied, but Price puts it right back down. In the lead now, just 1 for the Trojans. And here we go now. 12 serving 13. Bologna, a bullet serve to the back row. Good misdirection by Bolenbacher. And free ball up in the air, return. As Michaela Fultz can't quite get to that one. And after a good 4-0 run by the Red Lions, Hannibal-LaGrange able to score, and they go up back by 2. 14 serving 12. Is Allison Murphy on the serve. Franny Null going to have to back row hit it. Dug up by Murphy. Murphy into Bolenbacher. Gets it into Perez Rosa. That ball up in the air and into the fans. And although the fan hit the ball, that got the ball, is wearing red, does not play for LCU. So the point goes to Hannibal-LaGrange as they lead now 15-12. Here we go now. Murphy on the serve. A rocket serve. Direct line right to Franny Null. Here we go now. Olden hits it up. Perez. Free ball at the net. And good spotting right there. And Hannibal-LaGrange can't recover. And it's now 13-15 in favor of Hannibal-LaGrange. 13 serving 15. Price on the serve. Bolenbacher to Perez. Access denied. Scores. Excellent block that time by Lee Cleggett. And the Red Lions score and the lead back to within 1. Jordan Price set to serve. Bolenbacher back to Perez. Null, Cleggett into Jocelyn Hall, and Jocelyn Hall goes off the hands that time of Hannibal-LaGrange. We have a tie ball game at 15 apiece. When we come back, you're watching LCU Volleyball on the Red Line Network. Welcome back to the action as LCU has tied it up at 15 apiece. So here we go now. That ball hit up into the stands. And Hannibal-LaGrange breaks the tiebreaker. They go up 16-15. So pair subs coming in as Caitlyn Holmgren as well as Layla Horn come in. So Holmgren from Hammond, Wisconsin, 16th serving 15. As Jocelyn Hall puts it out of the reach of Holmgren and scores for the Red Lions. And now Emily Kuhn and Carissa Bowman, number 7 and 16, checking in. Here we go now. Bowman on the serve. Bullet serve right there. Ball at the net. And they're going to say Hannibal-LaGrange double hit there. So LCU breaks the tie. They go up by 1, make it 17-16. So once again, a very close serve. Here we go now. As Holmgren, good effort to get there, but can't quite put the ball up to her teammate. So LCU with their largest lead of the set at 2, make it 18-16. Here we go now. Bowman puts it up and over. Holmgren, back to Perez. Hall, back to Kuhn. Kuhn gets it into Husky. Husky over to Horn. And good effort by both teams right now. Both teams playing a little scrappy. Holmgren over to Perez Rosa. Price has it for LCU. They give it to Olden. Olden on the kill attempt. He is going to be hit up in return. Hit up that time by Horn. Bowman has it. Give it back over to Olden. Excellent volley here by both teams. Maurice Perez has it blocked that time. Lands in Hannibal-LaGrange territory. Perez once again goes and just out of the reach of Carissa Bowman. And it's back to a 1-point deficit for Hannibal-LaGrange. And those volleys very crucial if you can win the long ones because it feels deflating on the opposite end. See if Hannibal-LaGrange can ride that momentum or if LCU can hold on to their lead. Here we go now. Kuhn slams it over and out of bounds to tie it back up at 18 all. So here we go now. Mirnalise Perez Rosa, the senior from Puerto Rico, set to serve as Fultz can't quite get to that one. And Hannibal-LaGrange takes the 1-point lead once again. And Coach McCauley calls time. So we'll take a timeout ourselves. Things heating up here on the latter stage of this one. And we'll be back in here in just a moment. As we go back to the action, a 1-point lead for Hannibal-LaGrange. It is 19-18 is the score. So very close contest once again here in set number 3. Here we go. Kuhn takes a swing. And they're going to give the point to Hannibal-LaGrange. Off the net. So here we go now. Hannibal-LaGrange now just 5 points away from taking a 2-1 lead over LCU. It's 20-18. Here we go now. Fultz puts it in the air. Bowman sets it up to Olden. Olden takes a swing. As Olden goes up and nobody there, so Hannibal-LaGrange edges even closer now as they lead 21-18. So Mirnalise Perez Rosa set to serve. Excellent serve there. Balled up, and nobody there as Holmgren couldn't get quite a hold of that one. It's now 21-19 in favor of the Trojans. So Phoebe Olden now set to serve, one of the few all-round rotation players we have on the Red Lion roster. As that goes out of bounds, and then now just a 1-point advantage for Hannibal-LaGrange. So in the true nature of this contest, we're back and forth even now. Husky puts it up. Gets it back into Perez. Perez able to put it back and over. Hit up that time. Coop takes a swing and scores to tie the game up at 21 all. Here we go. Phoebe Olden on the serve. 21, serving 21. Holmgren gets it into Horn. Horn off the tip by LCU. Good punch through. But the point going to go off the underhand hit over to Hannibal-LaGrange, and that breaks the tiebreaker. They lead now 22-21. Here we go now, 22 serving 21. Bowman, left side over the Blania, and that attempt is blocked. But good recovery out there by the Red Lions. Holmgren goes over to Hantron. Blocked by the Red Lions. But excellent spot there by Caitlyn Holmgren. As they go up now 23-21. So Hannibal-LaGrange 2 points away from taking set number 3. Here we go. Bowman goes up. Kuhn tries to get over the net. And off the double hit. It is now set point for the Trojans. Here we go. 24 serving 21. Husky to Bowman. Hits up to Kuhn. And Kuhn goes inbounds. And LCU gets the point. Hannibal-LaGrange not happy about the call there, but nonetheless called in. Here we go. Michaela Fultz set to serve. Horn takes a swing, and that lands in bounds, and that'll be set number 3. So Hannibal-LaGrange takes it 25-22. And we'll be back for set number 4 in just a moment here on the Red Line Network. As we enter here, set number 4. If you're just tuning in, set number 1 won in extras by LCU, but a great comeback in set number 2 as Hannibal-LaGrange wins in extras, also 28-26. And that last set was Hannibal-LaGrange from the get-go. LCU with a valiant comeback effort, but the Red Lions fell short as Hannibal-LaGrange takes it 25-22 to take a 2-1 advantage over LCU. So now, if you're Lincoln, it is win at all costs as LCU scores there, because one more set and the Trojans walk away with the match. So first 1-25 will tell the rest of the tale. So here we go, set number 4 as Tracy Bologna, sophomore from Havana, Illinois, set to serve. Here we go, 1-0. Bollenbacher gets it into Erke. Good sign as Sierra Erke is back into the game after a rolled ankle in set number 3. So she comes in and makes an impact felt immediately. Is Ryan Hutron back to serve. Cleggett in the middle for LCU. Gives it to Price. They get it back to Bollenbacher. Here we go. Olden has to go cross-court with that one. Bollenbacher to Erke. And the southpaw swing is no good. And LCU with a 2-1 advantage. He's coming in is Micah Carlock for Hannibal-LaGrange. So Jordan Price set to serve. Way strong there. And excellent spotting right there by Mirnalis Perez Rosa to tie the game back up to 2. Is Allison Murphy back to serve. The sophomore from Fulton, Missouri. Here we go. Cleggett at the net. Gets it into Murphy. Murphy finds Bollenbacher. Goes in the middle. Going to be returned and nearly, probably should have been caught over the net, but we play on as Perez Rosa goes up. Cleggett over to Olden. Olden puts it just within reach, but not within reach of the second one. Is Hannibal-LaGrange, so LCU goes back up by 1. Yes, here we go now. Emily Kuhn and Carissa Bowman check in. So Bowman goes back to serve. There'll be 3 serving 2. It's a good shot right there. Bollenbacher kicks it in that time. Excellent hit up that time by Moore. And Chloe Moore with a good spot there. It is now a tie game at 3-all. Here we go now. Holmgren kicks it up. As good spot right there by Michaela Fultz. And right on cue, though, Bowman goes out of bounds as the Trojans just reclaim the lead, make it 4-3. So here we go now. Caitlyn Holmgren set to serve. Price into Bowman. Bowman goes to Olden. Olden off the block attempt is returned by Hannibal-LaGrange. Here we go. Horn goes back to Carissa Bowman. Into Jordan Price. Back over as Olden throws it into Hannibal-LaGrange territory. Access denied right there. Hannibal-LaGrange going to get another crack at as Horn goes back over. Kuhn, Price, and Olden, the order right there. Access denied right there by the Trojans. Price goes back to Olden. Olden with a touch hit to the back row of Hannibal-LaGrange as Horn returns it. And that time, a long volley won by the Trojans as they go up 5-3. This is now a 5-3 match. He's Caitlyn Holmgren back to serve. And that one goes out of bounds. Too much mustard there. So LCU gets the point. Lead back within 1. Off the libero swap, Tracy Bologna comes back in, and Phoebe Olden will set back to serve. Oldham serve as Perez hits it back to Jordan Price. As that time Olden can't get a hold of that one. And the point goes back in favor of the Trojans. As here we go now. As Kuhn takes a swing. Holmgren gets it into the hand, but access denied right there. Holmgren going to try again with Horn. Access denied again, and score for LCU. So the double block ends up at a point for the Red Lions. Is Hannibal-LaGrange able to get a point there? It'll be 7 serving 5 as they go up by 2. So here we go. Olden throws it up, and that is no good. It's now 8-5. Jordan Price goes up. Bologna throws it way overhead, lands in bounds. So here we go now. Horn goes off. Fultz puts in the air. Bowman goes back to Kuhn. Kuhn swings. Dug up that time by Husky. So great libero play by both teams right now. As Bowman has it, but able to get to it first is Ariana Hutron. And she puts it down with authority. And Hannibal-LaGrange goes up by 4. And Coach McCauley wants time. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back here in a moment on the Red Line Network. As we look ahead in the volleyball schedule for the Lady Red Lions, this weekend they travel over to La Crosse, Wisconsin for a couple ranked matchups. First one against Vertebo University, third-ranked team in the country, and then things don't get any easier as they play the ninth-ranked team in the country, Northwestern College. Next time they'll be home, though, next Tuesday. That game will be here on the Red Line Network. That will be against number 4 ranked Missouri Baptist University. So it'll be a tough home matchup. That game will take place at 7 o'clock here on the Red Line Network. As we get back to tonight's action, as Husky can't quite get to that one. So LCU gets the point. It is now 6-9 in favor of Hannibal-LaGrange. So here we go now. Null on the serve. Holmgren kicks it over that time to Murphy. Price. Good hit attempt right there, but it lands in Hannibal-LaGrange territory, and that hit just out of the reach of Michaela Fultz. And it's now 10-6. The lead back up to 4 for the Lady Trojans. And Coach Blakemore coaching with a lot of emotion here in her homecoming debut as head coach for the Trojans back at LCU. She's the former Red Lion. Very proud that she's able to be the interim head coach for Hannibal-LaGrange. She was honored, if you didn't get to mention beforehand, by athletic director Christian Lowry. So very cool. So after tonight's matchup, go back and rewind that, see what was said about her as the former setter for LCU, now head coach of the Trojans, and she's done an excellent job with this Hannibal-LaGrange team. As they go up by 4, 11-7. Ariana Hutron back to serve. Fultz has it, gives it to Bologna. Bologna in the middle, finds Jordan Price. Here we go now. Good hit attempt, and that lands out of bounds. says line judge Jace Loebner. Hannibal-LaGrange thought it caught the corner, but Jace Loebner, the man with the flag, said otherwise. So ultimately now 8-11 as Jordan Price set to serve. So we go. Mike Carlock steps in, number 11. So here we go now. So we're halted, got some book difficulties. And we're ready to go. Here we go. Jordan Price on the serve. Holmgren head up to Moore. Has a couple blockers at the net. They go back to Olden. Olden finds Perez on the other side. Back that time. Good block that time by LCU. And they score. And the lead now down to 2. So Price's serve. Dug up that time by Husky. Husky finds Bullenbacher to Perez. And that lands firmly in bounds. In red line territory. In the lead back up to 3. So now Allison Murphy back in service. It'll be 12 serving 9. Cleggett in the middle that time to Hall. Hall pushes it over. We play on. Erke takes a swing, and that hot off the hands of Jordan Price goes out of bounds. And Hannibal pushes their lead back to 4. It'll be 13 serving 9. Cleggett over to Olden. Olden might have been out of bounds had she let go, but she hit it back in play. So here we go. Back in the middle of the Hall. Hall takes a ferocious swing, but it hits back in LCU territory, and that will go out of bounds towards the camera side. In LCU, now down 5, 14-9. Your LCU got to keep your composure and get some momentum back on your side. Otherwise, this night's going to be over. Hall takes a swing, and that lands in bounds. And that might be the momentum that LCU needs to get themselves back into this one. As Lee Cleggett, Franny Null check out. Emily Kuhn and Carissa Bowman check in. It'll be 10 serving 14. Bullenbacher hits it in the hand of Chloe Moore. Back to LCU. Kuhn hits it over. Bullenbacher. And off the tip by LCU, lands out of bounds. And Hannibal now 10 points away from getting the match. In Hannibal-LaGrange, appears we're trying to sub out of rotation. Excuse me, no, they were trying to substitute not within the zone. It's the official explaining to Coach Feller Blakemore what had happened. So we have a good halt and play, but it looks like we're about ready to go back. And Karis Horton has the shoes off. It looks like her night is done, so hopefully she can bounce back on that ankle and be back ready for Saturday. So here we go now. Kuhn takes a swing. Back to Holmgren. Finds Perez Rosa, and she scores. Lead back up to 6. As Bullenbacher comes in, Leah Horn comes out. And Coach McCauley's seen enough. He calls time as his team trails 10-16, which means we'll be back in about 30 seconds here on the Red Line Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 16 serving 10 in favor of Hannibal-LaGrange. Here we go. Bowman puts it up in the air, but on the double hit, that'll be 17-10 as Hannibal-LaGrange gets a point. Their largest lead of the night is Caitlyn Holmgren. Bowman into Olden, and Olden, a lot of smoke on that one, goes off the hands of Caitlyn Holmgren, and LCU scores to cut the lead down to 6. So here we go now. Phoebe Olden on the serve, 11 serving 17. Holmgren throws it up in the air as Kuhn puts it down off of Hannibal-LaGrange. It's now 12-17. So LCU on a little 2-0 run of their own. Here we go. It's Horn puts it over. Bologna into Bowman. Jocelyn Hall puts it back over. Horn will try it for Hannibal. Good volley so far as Holmgren. Back to Perez. And Perez Rosa scores it for the Trojans. As Adriana Hutron comes in, which means Miralise Perez, the senior from Puerto Rico, set to serve. Be 18 serving 12. Bowman gets it up to Kuhn. Kuhn winds up, but Husky digs that one up. So here we go now. As good play that time by Phoebe Olden to score for the Red Lions. And now set to serve the senior from Mattoon, Illinois by way of a Lakeland College, Michaela Fultz, 13 serving 18. And here we go. Holmgren gets it over to Hutron. Hutron puts it up. LCU, Jordan Price. Got a free ball at the net. Horn goes up. Good play by Olden and Bowman there, and Fultz puts it back over for LCU. As Chloe Moore tries to lift that one up. Bowman into Bologna, and Bologna finds Pater for LCU. So Lincoln Christian finds themselves trailing by 4. It'll be 14 serving 18. Here we go now. Fultz on the swing. Perez. It's in Hutron. Here we go now. Price. Good spotting right there by Jordan Price to cut the lead to 3. Coach Feller Blakemore calls timeout as her team leads 18-15. And we're going to take a break. We'll see you in just a moment. As we come out of the timeout here in the latter stages of this one, Hannibal-LaGrange leads by 3, 18-15, but LCU on a little run of their own as they score off the block. Lead down to just 2 now. Make it now 16 serving 18. Michaela Fultz goes back. Here we go. Holmgren gives it up to Horn. Horn puts it up to LCU as Kuhn tries to push it home and lands back in LCU territory. Bologna takes a swing, hits the net, but goes over. Hutron goes up, and the point goes to Hannibal-LaGrange. That extends their lead back to 3. So the libero, Katie Husky, the junior from Hillsboro, Missouri, is sent back to serve in 19, serving 16. Husky serve, gonna be return. Bowman back to Olden. Olden puts it up. Hannibal-LaGrange has it now. Hutron blocked that time as the block party comes by way of Emily Kuhn and Jordan Price. Lead down to 2. As Kuhn and Bowman check out, Franny Null and Lee Collega check in. As Franny Null, 17, serving 19. Holmgren gets it over right there. Murphy, and Murphy's hit does the trick. And right now, the Trojans just 5 points away from winning the match here. Is Sierra Erke, number 19, and Allison Bollenbacher, number 14, check in for HLGU. Here we go, Bollenbacher serve. Hit up by Fultz. Cleggett sets it up for Price. Price, too much mayo on that one to make it 21-17. Bollenbacher serve. As Olden up to Cleggett. Cleggett sets it behind her head, back over to Hannibal-LaGrange territory. It's good footwork that time by Phoebe Olden, but Erke finishes the job, and it's now 22-17 in favor of Hannibal-LaGrange. It's a little fancy footwork there by Phoebe Olden, but Hannibal still able to hold on and get the point. Cleggett goes back to Bologna. Bologna goes cross court, but LCU scores. They make it 22-18. LCU edging just closer. Hannibal has had the answer so far. See if there's a different story here or more of the same. Bollenbacher pushes it up to Erke, and Erke puts it just out of the reach of the red line defender. And Hannibal now just 2 points away from taking the set. 23-18. Here we go. Olden takes a swing. Husky digs it up. Goes cross court, that time to Perez. It is now match point for Hannibal-LaGrange. So Hannibal, after dropping the first set, just 1 point away from walking away with a match. Fultz puts it up in the air to Cleggett. Cleggett goes down to Price, and Price scores. LCU not done yet. So Layla Horn comes in for Hannibal-LaGrange. Jocelyn Hall for Lincoln Christian University. So here we go now. Price on the serve. Free ball up at the net, lands in LCU territory. So an uphill battle, but LCU's up for it, as it's 24-20 now. Price on the serve. Bollenbacher met at the net. Husky will try it again. That time to Perez. Olden hits it back in the air. Husky to Bollenbacher. Goes left side to Erke, and that hits the deck. And Hannibal-LaGrange takes the match. They win by a score of 25-20 and 3-1. So Coach Blakemore's return to LCU finds favor. It's Hannibal-LaGrange able to hold on. We're going to pause just a second for a little PA announcing. We'll be back for closing remarks. LCU Volleyball will be at home next Tuesday as they take on fourth-ranked Missouri Baptist University. That game will start at 7 p.m. Once again, next Tuesday, September 21st. Thank you guys for joining us here at the Laughlin Center. Everyone, please have a great evening. So that'll do it for things here at the Laughlin Center. Live on the Red Lion Network on behalf of Sports Information Director Robbie Tucker and Athletic Director Christian Lowry, I'm